So I was a nurse actually, and I used to work in geriatrics, and I often took care of people on hospice or palliative care. And when people were on their literal deathbeds, they were getting ready to move on to the next chapter, family members would bring in not gifts and presents, they brought in photos. The pictures would be sometimes framed, sometimes they'd be candid, they just tack them to the walls, and here you have this fragile old woman who you've gotten to know for the last 3 years or so that you've been taking care of her. But you look at the pictures, and there was one picture of her drinking a beer in an old-fashioned bikini around the pool when her and her husband first started dating. Those photos are the ones that keep telling the story that goes on and on. So I liked that aspect of it. I loved how important it was. Now, going back to my senior year in high school, I used to annoy the out of everybody because I always had the Kodak instant cameras, and I'd be like, wait, hold, just wait 1 second. I'm like, I know I'm pissing you guys off now, but you're gonna love me in 20 years. Back in high school, that started my interest, but it got solidified when I was a nurse, and then when I had my own kids, my husband bought me a camera. It was a Canon Rebel V1i, I think it was. I wanted to learn everything. I wanted to learn how the backgrounds are blurry. I had to learn how this and that, so I just dug in. I knew after I had my second son, I wanted to get out of nursing. I wanted to be home more, but I thought I wanted to be a wedding planner. But then I started realizing I liked the photography aspect of it better. The New York Institute of Photography, I took that online course. And then I also took a course with Jeff Dixon. I was a local photographer. He was my idol at the time. I asked to second shoot with him. So yeah, he let me second shoot for him. I was carrying a battery pack around, putting it all together and taking it down. I did more of this kind of stuff than I did actual shooting. I'm I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here. This is so alien to me. So I actually learned what I don't like. I don't like overly posed. I don't like directing the day too much. I don't like that perfect, everything's in focus look. And it's great for this person's style. They do amazing with that style. I learned more that I don't want that. So between second shooting for this person and then in the New York Institute of Photography, I had to take a big family photo, and the picture I submitted, it was a set of grandparents. There was 10, 11 grandkids, and one was falling off, and the other one's looking over here, grandma's fixing a shirt, and that's the one I submitted, and they didn't like that. So I didn't get a good comment on that photo, but that's real. That's the memory, not having everyone sit and say cheese for 20 minutes. I don't want perfection. But when we're doing the grandma shots, I'll fluff the dress and, get that traditional grandma shot. The ones that you'll see more on my blog are the ones that are not perfect, I do have to say too, for photographers who are trying to let go, that's hard. It takes a little bit of time to kind of get the style down and right. And I also think it takes time for the photographer to realize those little minute things that you noticed. So when you're outsourcing too, it's to make your job easier. It's a learning curve for, I think, a photographer to let go. Honestly, I'm not an editor. I am a photographer. And you know how many times I re-edit my own work because I can't get it the way I like it? The best thing is though, when I finally decided to let go and I got back in an engagement session, I was holy shit, this looks awesome. It's this is fantastic, great. I let go and I was oh, I just shot a wedding yesterday, but I'm going to go hang out, go to my friend's barbecue. I'm going to go just sit back with a glass of wine or a bottle, who's judging here. And Dubsado. I've tried them all, and they're all fantastic in their own ways, but I'm always trying to improve. So right now I'm in Dubsado, and I'm playing with ClickUp for to-do tasks. I am a show it girl, and I actually just got 3 of my friends over to show it. Mirrorless to digital, I think it's a huge game changer for sure. So I have the Canon R3, the R5, and the R6. In the creative industry, you're always comparing yourself to everyone else. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, damn, that was really good. Why did I get that angle? And it's so easy to not feel like you're a legit photographer. Now I know I'm decent. I know I'm okay. I know my But at the same point, you want to make sure you do things right, which means charging what you're worth, being honest about your skill set. There's always more to learn. There's always more to gather. And sometimes the more you learn, it keeps you in check. I feel like once you arrive, that's when you stop trying. That's when you stop bettering yourself. And that's when you stop trying to make things better for you and your couples and your clients and that kind of stuff.